You mean to tell me this man asked you if you ever decide not to be a man, to call it like that, and you was okay with that, you know?
Most of the time, when you play a gay role, it's just to shut down black masculinity. It's to shut it down, to kill the alpha.
But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress.
So Omar Gooding just read up some arguments on social media after claiming that straight black actors are pressured into doing gay roles as part of their contracts. Omar claimed that his career suffered because he refused these types of roles, and he called out actors who step on their principles for fame and money. And as you might remember, Omar isn't the first actor to talk about this. Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and Terrence Howard all previously claimed that there's an agenda in Hollywood to humiliate black men. And while some fans are praising Omar for speaking out on this, others are calling him ignorant and claiming he's spreading conspiracy theories. But what exactly did Omar say about Hollywood pressuring black actors into gay roles? Let's get into it.
Everybody say, oh, everybody puts on a dress. Not everybody. I ain't seen Denzel put on Nair lip gloss. I ain't seen that boy do anything where I've been like, oh no, you too?
Omar Gooding, the older brother of Cuba Gooding Jr., had a lucrative career as a child actor and was one of the original hosts of the Nickelodeon show Wild and Crazy Kids from 1990 to 1992. Omar later appeared in a number of hit TV shows like Deadwood Family Time, Barber Shop, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Playmakers, and Smart Guy. Still, despite his talent, Omar never managed to get that leading man title in big-budget Hollywood movies, and according to Omar, that's because he said no too many times when offered to play gay characters. Now, to be clear, Omar believes that straight actors are not literally forced to do gay roles, and they still have the power to say no. However, he said that most actors aren't patient enough to wait for the right role and let their work speak for itself, and instead they want that instant success. And in Hollywood, instant success allegedly comes with certain conditions in your contract. So this idea that Hollywood has an agenda to emasculate black men by pressuring them to play gay characters isn't exactly new. For years, rumors have been circulating that big-shot Hollywood producers pressure black actors and comedians to wear dresses on screen before they're allowed to climb to that next level of fame. Dave Chappelle spilled the beans on this shortly after he turned down a $50 million contract from Comedy Central and escaped to Africa. After he returned, Dave appeared on The Oprah Show and explained that he didn't turn down the money, but rather the conditions that came with it. He then recalled an incident when the producers tried to pressure him into wearing a dress while filming a movie with Martin Lawrence, and when he said no, they tried to make him look crazy. Dave said the dress didn't even make sense for the scene, but then the director and the producers all gang up on him, trying to pressure him into putting on the dress.
They come in, the writer comes in, I think he's the writer, he's like, Dave, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as and he put this dress on, and how much?
They only backed down when they realized Dave wasn't going to change his mind, and they had another script ready showing that the dress wasn't really needed, so basically, it was just a test to see if he'd bite. Now fast forward to Kevin Hart, who, when asked about Dave's dress drama, laughed it off, saying he'd never do anything to compromise his brand.
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
But then a few years later, Kevin showed up on SNL rocking a dress, and suddenly his career blew up. That same year, Cat Williams was talking about this dress controversy while promoting Scary Movie 5, and he claimed that this is something that's been going on in Hollywood for years, and he mentioned Tyler Perry's character Media.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Now, speaking of Tyler Perry, a number of people in the public eye have accused him of having a personal agenda against black men. Cat Williams challenged this idea that a black man in a dress is somehow automatically funny, and he publicly called out Tyler Perry multiple times for pushing this agenda. Instead of writing some real jokes, how many really need to wear a dress, and why is it so important? And they tell you, like, but it's funny, is that I'm saying I don't have any hatred in my heart for Tyler P. Worry because he works hard, but he is a drag queen. Let's be very honest, a drag queen is somebody who works in doctor and then more recently aspiring actor. Brandon J went viral on TikTok after posting a video about his experiences filming Tyler Perry's sitcom Meet the Browns. Brandon was cast in the role of Jeffrey, a high school teenager dealing with, but then at the very last minute, Tyler Perry told Brandon that he rewrote his part and that his character would be gay and have a crush on his. So in the middle of Mr. Perry changing up the scenes, he says, "You know, I want Jeffrey to be gay, and he has a crush on his. That's not what I auditioned for." And then Terrence Howard also recently spoke out on this issue, claiming that Hollywood definitely has an agenda to portray black men as effeminate because strong black men are seen as a threat. The man has been demonized, Terrence said. With the new formula, most men are made to be effeminate and not have their power or sense of strength. They allow white men to be able to be strong. But when it's black men, it's seen as a threat, and now Omar Gooding has also decided to put his 2 cents in. And while he agrees with their Howard on Hollywood agenda, he also said the black actors still have a choice and they can say no to rules that make them uncomfortable. But the issue is, according to Omar, many actors are willing to do whatever it takes to make it big overnight. During his recent appearance on Comedy Hype, Omar talked about how turning down gay roles played a part in his career's trajectory, and when asked if he believes that his career would have been bigger if he had played the Hollywood game, he suggested that the reason he never blew up was because he refused to compromise his principles. Because I'm the type of heterosexual man that will not compromise. For 2 reasons. Okay, one, I'm the type of person that moves around in the world, so I know how I couldn't do something even I'm like, all right, fine. It's just acting, and then you meet somebody. Like, damn, I saw you with that. Oh, hell no, listen. Man, that's acting. I move around, so that's one thing that's part of it. I would be able to do it justice. There's certain roles I just wouldn't even consider. However, Omar also claimed that if an actor is actually talented and willing to work hard, they can still achieve success. He offered some advice to up-and-coming actors and said they shouldn't feel discouraged by being passed for certain roles because people like Denzel Washington are proof you can still be successful in Hollywood without compromising your values. Don't feel like you have to do anything you don't have to do. Nothing. You get your shot, your time will come. You might have to wait longer, you might have to gut it out for a little bit, but there's no have to. Nobody say, oh, everybody puts on a dress. Not everybody. I see Denzel put on their lip gloss. I ain't seen that boy do anything where I've been like, oh no, you too. Now Omar's comments have stirred up quite a debate on social media, and while some fans are giving him props for being brave enough to speak out on the rumored Hollywood agenda against black men, others are saying Omar is just making excuses for not being good enough to be a leading Hollywood man. I have major respect for him for staying true to himself and not doing anything for money. One fan said, there are a lot of the parts that I would certain people wouldn't play as well that help this industry push negative narratives and stereotypes. However, another person fired back saying, bull sounds like something a failed actor would say. But what about you? Are you siding with Omar on this issue? Or do you think he's making excuses for his career? Let us know what you think in the comments and then check out this next video.